What's up, Scoopster crew, and welcome back. We're kicking things off with some serious geopolitical heat as Kim Jong Un's powerful sister has just condemned the upcoming joint military drills by the United States, Japan, and South Korea, calling them a reckless show of strength that will definitely bring bad results. This is a major statement, and we've got all the details on what it means. Next up, we're heading to North Africa, where Libya's UN-recognized government in Tripoli has reportedly reached a preliminary accord with a powerful armed group to finally put an end to months of escalating tensions and occasional violence. Could this be the breakthrough Libya desperately needs? Then, get this. Bangladesh and Pakistan are set to hold a joint economic commission meeting in Dhaka on September 27th. This is huge because it's happening after a 20-year gap, and we're talking about reviving trade and economic ties between these two South Asian nations. What could this historic reunion bring? And finally, in Southeast Asia, Indonesia's leader is in damage control mode, installing loyalists after massive protests rocked the nation. We're talking about ministerial shakeups and a scramble to restore public trust. Stay tuned for all the critical updates. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the know with Scoopster. North Korea's warning shot. Kim Jong Un's sister blasts US, Japan, South Korea drills. This is a massive geopolitical development. The powerful sister of North Korean leader Kim Jong Un, Kim Yo-jong, has issued a scathing condemnation of the upcoming joint military drills involving South Korea, the United States, and Japan. She's labeled these exercises a reckless show of strength and warned of severe repercussions, stating they will inevitably bring bad results to the allies. These drills, set to commence off South Korea's Jeju Island, are designed to bolster defenses against North Korean threats, incorporating naval, air, and missile defense operations. Seoul and Washington are also planning a tabletop exercise to enhance their combined military capabilities. Kim Yo-jong's strong denunciation, carried by state media, echoes Pyongyang's long-standing objections to such allied maneuvers, which they perceive as rehearsals for an invasion and attempts to neutralize their missile capabilities. This statement comes shortly after Kim Jong Un himself emphasized a policy of simultaneously advancing both nuclear and conventional military forces, signaling a continued aggressive stance. The international community is watching closely to see how this heightened rhetoric impacts regional stability. Audience impact. Analysts are dissecting Kim Yo-jong's statement, seeing it as a potential pretext for North Korea to accelerate its own military modernization. Public reaction on social media is a mix of concern and defiance, with many calling for de-escalation. Will this fiery rhetoric escalate into real-world conflict? We'll break down the potential fallout, but first, a critical deal is being struck in Libya that could reshape the region. Libya's fragile peace. Tripoli government strikes deal with armed group. A significant breakthrough may be on the horizon for Libya. The UN-recognized government operating out of Tripoli has reportedly reached a preliminary agreement with a powerful armed faction, aiming to quell months of simmering tensions that have frequently erupted into violence. This crucial negotiation, reportedly facilitated by Turkey, could signal a turning point for the war-torn North African nation. While the specific terms of the accord are yet to be publicly disclosed, sources suggest it involves a unified force to manage and secure key airports in the West, including Mitiga, which has been under the control of the Radar Force since 2011. Furthermore, prisons and detention centers managed by the Radar Force are expected to fall under the jurisdiction of the Attorney General's office. This development is vital in Libya's ongoing struggle for stability following the 2011 uprising, which left the country divided and vulnerable. The accord could pave the way for greater governmental control and a more unified approach to national security. Audience impact. Libyan citizens are expressing cautious optimism online, hoping this agreement leads to lasting peace and stability. International observers are keenly awaiting the full details and implementation of the deal. Can this fragile peace hold? We'll keep you updated, but next, a historic diplomatic reunion is about to take place after 20 years. Decades apart, Bangladesh and Pakistan set to revive economic ties. History is being made as Bangladesh and Pakistan prepare to hold a joint economic commission meeting in Dhaka on September 27th, marking their first such high-level engagement in 2 decades. This landmark meeting, led by Bangladesh's finance advisor Salehuddin Ahmed and Pakistan's finance minister Mohammad Aurangzeb, aims to revitalize economic cooperation and significantly boost bilateral trade. The last JEC meeting in 2005 had ambitious goals, including increasing trade volume to $1 billion and implementing a free trade agreement, targets that remained largely unfulfilled due to the subsequent 2-decade hiatus. Despite the inactive JEC, private sector trade has persisted, though with a notable imbalance favoring Pakistan. Bangladesh primarily imports garment raw materials, leather, and cotton, while exporting tea and garments. This renewed engagement follows a recent Commerce Ministry meeting where both nations agreed to revitalize the JEC, exploring cooperation in sectors like electronics, automobiles, machinery, and more. Both countries have also eased visa processes to facilitate business. This economic diplomacy is expected to open new avenues for defense, security, educational, and cultural collaboration, potentially reshaping the relationship between the two South Asian neighbors. Audience impact. Business communities in both Bangladesh and Pakistan have reacted positively, anticipating new investment and trade opportunities. Social media discussions highlight the significance of this diplomatic thaw after years of strained relations. Will this economic summit mend fences and foster growth? We'll be watching closely, but first, Indonesia's leader is facing a crisis of confidence after major protests. Indonesia's leader reshuffles cabinet amidst public outcry. Indonesia's leader is making drastic changes in a bid to quell widespread public anger and restore trust following deadly protests. President Prabowo Subianto has removed several key ministers, including the respected finance minister Sri Mulyani Indrawati, in a significant cabinet reshuffle. This move comes after demonstrations erupted over issues like low wages, unemployment, and dissatisfaction with lawmakers' perks, escalating into riots that reportedly left at least 10 dead. Experts view this as a crucial, damage control effort following a wave of public dissent. The president has vowed to take action against officers involved in a controversial incident where a vehicle ran over a motorcycle driver and has backtracked on certain lawmaker benefits. The new finance minister, Purbia Yudhai Saidwa, has announced a substantial injection of $12 billion into the economy to stimulate growth and calm public sentiment. However, this reshuffle is also seen as an opportunity for Prabowo to consolidate his political power by replacing officials linked to his predecessor, Joko Widodo, with loyalists. The success of these measures in addressing the nation's wealth gap and democratic concerns remains to be seen, as analysts warn that failure to tackle the root causes of public frustration could lead to further unrest. Audience impact. Citizens are expressing a mix of hope and skepticism online, questioning whether these changes will bring tangible improvements to their lives. Analysts are divided on whether this is a genuine attempt at reform or a political power play. Can Prabowo truly regain public trust, or is this just a temporary fix? We'll continue to monitor the situation, but now, let's quickly recap all the major headlines you need to know. And that's a wrap on today's Scoopster Rundown. We saw Kim Jong Un's sister issue a stark warning to the US, Japan, and South Korea over military drills. Libya's government has reportedly struck a deal to ease tensions with a powerful armed group. Bangladesh and Pakistan are set to hold a historic economic meeting after 2 decades. And in Indonesia, the leader is reshuffling his cabinet to address massive public protests. Don't miss out on any of these developing stories. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all our socials. We'll see you in the next one.